Hello, Zimbabwe. A very good morning. Mamukase, Mamukase. My name is Ronald Wekwamakusha. Let us take a look on the recent developments in Washington, United States of America. The South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has resurrected the much dead issue of sanctions on the economy of Zimbabwe. And these sanctions are believed to be on ZANU-PF leaders. These are people who are listed on those sanctions. ZANU-PF leaders, their entities, and their farms are the people listed on the American sanctions. And the South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is in is in the USA at this moment in time. And this report is saying that he has called for the removal of sanctions. And say Peter Ndoro is saying that a meeting with President Biden, President Ramaphosa raised the issue of sanctions on Zimbabwe. He explained to President Biden that Zimbabwe sanctions affect other countries in the region as economic migrants are forced to leave Zimbabwe in their droves to seek economic opportunities. This is what Peter Ndoro, who is an anchor at the SABC, said regarding President Cyril Ramaphosa's efforts to renew the fight against sanctions on SANU-PF leaders. But let us take a look on the response which was given by the foreign relations, the Senate Foreign Relations in Washington. They came and said that Biden should use his meeting with Cyril Ramaphosa to urge the government of South Africa to end its blatant misinformation campaign about US sanctions and use its regional leadership to support democratic reforms in Zimbabwe. This was the response which was given to what Cyril Ramaphosa was portraying or is portraying to the world leaders. So, honestly speaking, you can actually see that South Africa is ready to defend the nonsense which is happening in Harare. However, the Americans, they know the real position of sanctions, and they know they are well informed in terms of these sanctions on ZANU-PF leaders. They know what they are actually doing. So this is what is happening in Zimbabwe. This is the new development, the recent development at this moment in time. And it's so sad that we continue to have South Africa turning a blind eye on the real issues, on the issues which are actually affecting us as a nation, on the issues which are causing problems here in Zimbabwe. They continue to turn a blind eye. They continue to pretend as if everything is normal or everything is okay. We have recently seen massive looting happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. We've recently seen all sorts of incompetency, persecution of opposition leaders happening under the watch of President Emerson Mnangagwa and the SADC people. Nobody cares about that situation. Nobody cares to speak about what is really happening in Zimbabwe. So this response is a blow to President Ramaphosa's bid to renew the sanctions mantra on Zimbabwe. No matter how they are going to try, if you see the peoples of US are responding in such a way, this is a clear message because these are the key decision makers in terms of whether the sanctions on ZANU-PF leaders stay or whether they are removed. So you can actually say what is needed in Zimbabwe is for President Mnangagwa to actually make sure that he ends corruption, to make sure that he ends misgovernance, he ends violence against opposition members, he ends brutality against opposition members. There are opposition members like Job Sekala who are in prison for more than 90 days now. And those are the issues President Cyril Ramaphosa should be considering at this moment in time because these are serious issues. These are parliamentarians being persecuted and being imprisoned for speaking out and for representing the people in the courts of Zimbabwe. So this is it in Zimbabwe. Cyril Ramaphosa's bid to try and send that narrative of sanctions is failing, because we have seen this response from the US Senate Foreign, and that they are actually clear about the US position in terms of the Zimbabwean sanctions, or the ZANU-PF so-called sanctions. So what we need at this moment in time is to stop looting. 15 billion irikubi, 70 million yamfumira, 60 million COVID funds. Not only that, a lot of looting which is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe, and no action is being taken. Wajgajena, 7 million, and is working, 5 million, and is working scot free. Achienda chinopuwa namakapu kumusha kwake, and bragging that he is loved, and nothing will happen to him. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for the support you've been offering to us. Keep on subscribing, keep on commenting, keep on sharing, and making sure that you have turned on the notification bell so that you don't miss out each and every time we go live or we post an update. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for the support. Let us meet on other episodes and other programs live on this platform, Africa and Beyond Television.